Hello. In this video, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Law360, which is a great tool for current awareness relating to a particular practice area or legal market. Perhaps you're looking to keep up to date with an area of law you're interested in. Alternatively, perhaps you'll be interviewing with a particular firm practice group and would like to read about some recent news in that area. Or perhaps you're even interested in learning about that firm's recent activities in the particular area. Alternatively, from an academic standpoint, Law360 is a great resource for identifying topics for journal or seminar papers. So to access Law360, you'll have a couple of options. First, you can visit https://library.law.northwestern.edu/law360. Now, if you visit this URL while you're off campus, you'll need to authenticate using your Northwestern NetID and password. Alternatively, from the Northwestern Pritzker Legal Research Center website, you can select the link for databases beneath the Research tab, and then scroll down the list to find Law360 under the L's. So when you first access Law360, you'll find a list of headlines for news stories that span the entire industry. What I'd like to draw your attention to, though, are the various tabs beneath the U.S. Sections header on the left side of the page. Using these tabs, we can access sections of Law360 devoted to specific practice areas or jurisdictions. For example, let's select the Mergers and Acquisitions link. What we find here is a listing of legal news stories relating to M&A with the newest stories at the top of the list. If we select a story, we'll be able to read the full text and we'll find links to related stories at the bottom of the page. Lastly, using the icons at the top of the page, we'll be able to print or PDF the article, can share the story on social media platforms, or can share the story with a colleague. Returning to the M&A homepage, I also wanted to point out a few helpful tools. First, using the newsletter link, we're able to enter our email address and receive a daily message containing that day's headlines. This is a nice way to stay up to date without needing to remember to visit the Law360 website. Also, certain practice areas within Law360 have their own Twitter accounts. If you are a Twitter user, you can follow a practice area and receive practice area specific updates in real time. Now, in addition to practice area specific news, you can also use Law360 to gain insight into particular firms. From the home page, if we click Advanced Search, then click Firms, we'll get a large alphabetical listing of law firms. Let's take a look at Kirkland & Ellis as an example. Here's Kirkland & Ellis. Now, not surprisingly, we see that Kirkland has been mentioned in many news stories. However, from this aggregate list, we can select a particular filter, such as private equity. As I mentioned earlier, this makes Law360 a useful tool for researching a particular practice group within a firm, whether for general interest or in preparation for an interview. So in this video, we've taken a brief look at Law360, which is a great tool for maintaining current awareness in a particular area of law and for gaining insight on particular firms or practice groups. If you have any questions about using Law360 or about legal research more generally, feel free to reach out to a reference librarian. We're happy to help.